Hey y'all, it's me, Lyss, or Alyssa, or Alsira, whichever you like. I'm back with a new video, and today we will be talking about a YouTuber by the name of Repzion. If you're in the commentary channel community, or someone who's an atheist, or someone who is delving deep into the rabbit hole of another former but infamous YouTuber named Xylie, and I'm mispronouncing it so I don't get caught, you probably heard of Repzion. Also, do not confuse him with Repzilla. He's another YouTuber with his own can of worms. So, disclaimer. Do not harass or send any hate to anyone mentioned in this video. I do not support that kind of engagement. This is merely my opinion and view on the facts at hand. Also, I talk about religious trauma and atheism. I am not against a religion, and do not take this as me being against religious folks, or being against atheism, or being against religion in general. Everyone has their past. Now that said, let's get on with the video. Who is Repzion? Well, as I've said before, he's a YouTuber known in the commentary community. Primarily known for being one of the first channels to report on the infamous YouTuber Xylie. Repzion spent about 10 years reporting on this vile man. I don't need to tell you about Xylie. He's pretty much well known in not such a good way. But this is about Repzion, not onion breath. I subbed to Repzion's channel around 2019, around the time that Chris Hansen, the beloved TV investigator, started his quote-unquote investigation on Xylie. And similar to Creepshow Art, I really like this energy and the way he tore through Xylie like a shredder, especially with his expertise in certain fields that Xylie might have violated, but technically didn't get caught, or technically was not illegal. It is a whole can of worms I don't want to open up right now, so yeah. He seemed like he knew what he was saying and was doing. Little did I know. So, another fact I learned about Repzion is his atheism. Me being someone who doesn't like to associate themselves with a religion or religious movement, I felt like I finally found someone who has similar view to me. Because I grew up in a religious family and didn't like that I didn't really have a religious belief. But besides that point, there was something that bothered me about Repzion and his atheism. And it's a key difference between people like me and people like him. Like me, he has religious trauma, and he uses that as an excuse for some of his behavior, but he never really takes accountability or really show any kind of change. Furthermore, he has made videos on Christianity and his trauma. I haven't watched a lot of these videos because, again, I don't like to watch videos concerning that matter. He has his past, and so do I. However, the thing that gets me is that he is an Islamophobe. He's against Islam. Why? Why are you against a religion you were never a part of? Plus, what do you know about Islam that makes you hate it? Also, I'm not defending Islam. I used to be a Muslim, so I know what it's like to be a Muslim, and I've experienced Islamophobia. It was a very difficult decision to leave Islam because it was between myself and my family's respect, and which mattered most to me. Even though I'm a former Muslim, I do not hate Islam. Back to Repzion. A few months ago, I saw a tweet by him. I stopped following him way before that, being quote retweeted by someone I was following and said, "Haha, screw Islam." Do you see how I can be angry at a tweet like that? There were a number of people who supported his tweet, and there were countless amount of quote retweets, and man, did I want to go off on him. But I'll sum it up to this simple statement. Being an atheist does not give you the right to hate on other religions. I do not know if I can make that any clearer. Yes, I'm an atheist, but I'm not an asshole. Repzion's the type of atheist that I consider to be quite embarrassing for the atheist community. And he's not the only one, but this ain't about the others, this is about him. Furthermore, it was him believing that Islam is a conservative, misogynistic, and queerphobic religion. As someone who knows a great deal about Islam, I have faced biphobia and homophobia by my family and other Muslims, but I also found myself communicating with a group of queer Muslims and learning about how they juggle between their religion and their identity, and it's a struggle. I mean, I know plenty of queer Christians, Hindus, Jews, etc. Your religion should not deter you from accepting yourself as a queer person, whether you're a lesbian, a gay person, non-binary, trans, etc. You are loved no matter what. So that's my section on Repzion and his atheism, especially his stance on other religions. Now on to the next section. This part of the video is the reason why I wanted to make a video on Repzion, and I should have done this a long time ago, especially when it last occurred. It was the reason why I stopped following him and unsubbed from his channel. About a year ago, Repzion made a video where he discussed certain things from the past. One of them being a tweet he made about his neighbors arguing. In that tweet, he wrote a hashtag that had a racial slur that's derogatory against black people. Now, I'm not black, so I don't speak for the entire community. I couldn't let this not be in the video. So, Repzion addressed his racially insensitive tweet and apologized for the epithet. About a month later, he was in a controversy concerning his former girlfriend, and a YouTuber by the name of Drama and Opinions made a video. Drama and Opinions is a black woman that I point this out, and hopefully someone else may know where this is going. And Repzion made a video in response to Drama and Opinions, debunking some of the evidence, quote unquote. And when he showed the conversation, was reading the messages out loud. At first I thought there was something wrong with the audio, but then he said normal. And I realized this dude hasn't changed at all. He's mocking a black woman as if that will help his case. I'm sorry, but was that necessary? You can hear all you want, but don't mock someone's accent. To me, it just proves they still has a lot of internalized racism, and he uses this arrogant, defensive attitude for when he's being called out for something. He makes it sound like he's right, and he shouldn't be seen as anything less. And it's extremely immature and unnecessary, and he should have known better, and I'm surprised. In all the videos I've seen criticizing him, not one person pointed that out. Of course, this didn't go unnoticed by Drama and Opinions herself and other black YouTubers throughout Twitter. I even saw a clip of Repzion debating the uses of the N-word. Dude, you're white. Why? You shouldn't have a say at all in a situation like that. Don't we call that racism? Well, don't be racist. This also goes into his misogyny and how he views and treats women, especially on a platform like YouTube or Twitter. I'll be referencing a few videos, and this is the biggest part about him. One of the most recent incidents that I can remember happened right after or during the aftermath of the Creepshow art controversy, where creators who were Shannon's former friends or her closer grieving the loss of their friendship and coming to terms with the situation. Ready to got her video out, and so did Tamimi. Repzion was probably one of the last ones to go, but it was the response to the backlash of his silence that really showed his true colors. A content creator by the name of Kales Brown posted a video about this, showing her interaction with Repzion and his misogyny. First off, Repzion was on vacation when this all went down, but none of us really knew that. But he only said that on Twitch, I think, but I don't go on his Twitch at all. I didn't even know he had a Twitch, so yeah. And despite that, he still got into an argument on Twitter and was being completely annoyed. You can see the whole breakdown on Xylie Gets Real, a channel that I sometimes watch, because Kales privated her video. And it wasn't that Repzion didn't make a video on Creepshow art, but it was his reaction to the backlash and people getting to him. Also, if you're on vacation, why is your phone on? Turn it off. Delete your social media apps until you return. There was no need to get into an argument, but you did. You did. Then Repzion made a response to Kale's video in a deep dive about Creepshow art. In fact, Kale was the final third part of his video, so she must have really meant something to Repzion to earn that spotlight. Other than that, Repzion nitpicked certain parts of Kale's videos and then painted to her like she was an irrational person and made it sound like she was entitled to a video about him. Watch this
I wish
part.
more large community people would be talking about it. However, I have no problem with Repzion not discussing this. It's just the way that he handled not discussing it that I...
Okay, so do you notice what she just said? I don't mind that Repzion is not discussing this. It's just how he handled about not addressing.
He ended up talking about the Shannon situation for about 30 minutes, apparently. However, Twitch is not his main platform, and it makes sense why people on his main platform would want him to talk about it on his main platform instead of just talking about it in a live stream for 30 minutes on Twitch. Which, once again, I'll say I have no problem if he had not wanted to make the video or talk about it. If he had simply said, I'm skeptical of this because I know this person, I don't want to be biased, and while these allegations are horrible and if they're true, I'm sorry for Emily, I'm sorry that that happened to you, I don't feel comfortable talking about this. He could have said that, but he didn't say that.
He didn't say it the way that I think he should have said things. Well, no shit, I didn't. I'm on vacation, and I'm trying to have my vacation, and I'm being bombarded with hundreds of messages. You don't think that's going to irritate me a bit? You don't think it's frustrating when people are saying that you're complicit with somebody because you're not talking about them because you had a light association with them? You don't think that would frustrate somebody? And the moment I got home from vacation, I did my normal Twitch streams, and I mentioned and I talked about this, the whole situation for about 30 minutes straight on my Twitch, and I condemned creep show art. Because at that point, I had seen Emily's full video. I, as a content creator, whether that be on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, I'm not obligated to make a video on any subject, ever.
What really gets to me is that Repzion, one of the things he says he hates so much is when people are entitled. Which, yeah, makes sense. Entitled people make me mad too. And he's saying that his fans are the ones who are acting like they're entitled because they want him to make this video. However, frankly, your YouTube career, which he does make money off of, he owes to his fans.
Oof, Miss Brown.
Also, please stop saying Miss Brown. It's not helping your case, and it's really annoying.
I'm gonna try to be really nice with how I say this.
Don't be nice. Go off. Let all that emotion out. I mean, you did so on Twitter, right? So what's stopping you?
I don't owe fans or viewers of mine anything. You know what happens when creators feel like they owe their fans things? They get burnt out. Their mental health suffers. They don't want to do YouTube. I make videos because I enjoy it. I make videos because it's something that I have a passion for it. I talk about subjects that I want to talk about. And the fact that you are sitting here telling me that I owe it to my fans to make a video on this subject shows that you have a very large disconnect on being a YouTuber, especially when you have thousands upon thousands of people who watch you, and you get thousands of comments per video. I don't live for my subscribers. I don't live for fans of mine. And I think it just really displays your disconnect with this statement that you think that I owe my fans videos that they tell me that I need to make. Having grown up in the church and being told that I have to think a certain way and I have to act a certain way and that I need to do this, this, and this, and this, I came out of an environment of that's my whole life. So if you think for a moment that I will ever let people dictate how I make videos, when I make videos, who I make videos about, you're very, very mistaken. And if that causes me to lose subscribers, then so be it. But I gotta
Amazing, huh? It's more like he has a total disconnect from reality to make every tiny part sound like he's the victim. It's astounding. Also, earlier today as in writing the script, I watched a video from Katie Daisy regarding Repzion and his misogyny. So a while ago, a YouTuber by the name of Keemstar revealed that he started dating a woman. Sounds good, right? Sounds okay? Well, hear this. Keemstar is almost 40 years old. His girlfriend? 20. He's practically dating someone who's old enough to be his daughter. Of course, he received backlash concerning the age gap and why couldn't he date someone his own age. That's opened up another window and I don't want to go out there. So how does Repzion come into this? Well, Katie Daisy is here to show you.
Repzion's reply was, that, or they can't get with someone who is a provider, lol. One reply to Repzion. This isn't the hot take you think it is, dude. This comes across super misogynistic, and I really didn't think you would say something like that. The main issue is the inherent power dynamic to start, but especially with an age gap like that. You're telling me a 20-year-old cannot consent to another adult? Why do you take agency away from women? Power dynamics are applicable to when someone is being used to get something that they want with fame. Not a hot take. I don't care about legal adults if they're consenting. Thank God Repzion, the expert in consent and power dynamics, is here to educate all of us. I guess I should just see myself out. Someone else replied, hard to disagree with the power dynamic thing. Financial dependence is holding power over someone, a boss, an employee, etc. Not saying that's what's happening, but it can be applied to people who are not famous. Repzion replied, I'm talking in the context of dating and that's it. Of course it exists outside of that. So are you saying power dynamics can only be at play in a dating scenario when someone is famous?
We see that Repzion, although I don't keep up with him on Twitter since I unfollowed him, haven't watched his video since that video I mentioned earlier, engaged in controversy, are pretty much justifying the age gap. He said 20 is an adult, which I agree with, so I won't argue. And she's a consenting adult engaging with another consenting adult who happens to be 40, and I'm scratching my scalp on that. Like, how do you not see how people may have a problem with that? Kate even points out that the girlfriend of Keemstar via a fan, also her friend, at some convention, and there is a power dynamic. This is where the misogyny kicks in, because of course people got outraged and shocked at Repzion's response. And if you can imagine, another argument broke out. During that argument, for some reason, Repzion said, hey, let me show everyone how much of an ass I really am and be an asshole. And he tweeted to a woman responding to him something along the lines of,
Go back to telling women to find providers. We don't need your lukewarm, half-asked feminism, angel emoji. And his big brain reply was, I need a sandwich. Make sure it has no mayo, please.
make me a sandwich, and no mayo either. Dude, that is not how you continue an argument, and that's pretty much you throwing in the towel. Even your followers are shocked at you. And then he goes on to post a picture of a sandwich to that woman, and even said on Discord, hey crew, boost my post, okay? It got about 50 retweets, but that shit isn't okay.
Gold mine of a tweet. Hey, I made you a sandwich with your name on it to calm you down. Repzion then screenshotted the sandwich tweet, posted it in his Discord in an attempt to gain retweets, offered follows for retweets. How'd that go for you, bud? Last time I checked it, didn't even have 50 retweets. As a correction to the screenshot that I'm posting, it was not ever deleted. When he was called out for targeted harassment, his response was, asking for people to retweet my sandwich on my tweet isn't harassment. By that logic, when I've tweeted my own vids in the past offering to follow people who retweet me, that's harassment of my own tweet. Ratio isn't harassment. Funny as F. Meeting you now too. Cheers.
You might as well say, oh, shut up, you bitch, or God, I hate women. But no, you try to cholololo like your bio says, and be a complete rusty-ass exhaust pipe. Are you fucking proud of yourself? God, I hope that's the end of it, and pretty much solidifies why I don't support Repzion and my opinion on him as a former fan. Again, no harassment or hate to anyone mentioned in this video. And this is not an attack on Repzion. Please do not send this video to him saying, hey, this person's attacking you. No, that's not what this is. That being said, I'm sorry for not mentioning this in my recent video, but thank you all for almost 400 subs on this channel. I don't like to show my sub count publicly because numbers just drive me off the wall. Thank you all for your support and engagement. Be sure to check out my socials via Linktree and make sure to mask up, hydrate, and have a wonderful day or night. Bye.